Hello and welcome. Today we bring to you Mr. Rakhtan Qasba. He is one of the medical students with Dhaka University, and we understand that he is working on in a couple of large groups with systematic reviews, meta-analysis, and review articles. And we invited him to see if he can share some of the steps, just a high level of steps for those who are looking how to start with, and we'll bring him back again with a little bit more details. So welcome, Rakhtan. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Kashyap. Very nice to be here.
Absolutely, Rakhtan. We know that you like to speak really fast and pace, so slow down for our viewers. Why don't you tell us, somebody who is new, who are watching this video today, how to start with systematic reviews and what are these phases you've listed there as well? Take it away, Rakhtan.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Kashyap. Now, before going into the steps of systematic review, I think I would like to basically give a brief idea what systematic review is first. So what a systematic review is first is a basic review. The review are of three types. There are narrative reviews, there are systematic reviews, and there are meta-analysis. And as far as narrative review is considered as a basic review, we just pull out some papers and we just answer a research question. That's a basic narrative review. And what the idea behind systematic review is, what we do here is we do our review, which will be a systematic process. We'll go through a systematic process and we'll answer our research question here. And what the main idea behind this system, a systematic review is, for example, if after publishing our systematic review, 20 years after someone goes through our system, someone can go through our system and he can answer that question which we are answering, and he will get the same conclusion that we got. That is the basic premise behind a systematic review. We go through a system and we answer the systematic, whatever our question is. After that, we'll move into the phases of systematic review, how the systematic review is divided. So basically, it is divided into three phases then, which I have divided into three phases. It can be in many phases. I have divided into three phases. The first phase, we will directly go and we will see, we have to formulate research question first. That is the most important thing in a systematic review, is to formulate a research question. As I've shared my screen and you can see, the first step will be a formulating research question, going out there, looking what is available, what data is available, what is not, where is the research gap, look into the research gap and formulate a research question. That is the first thing. After that, what we will do is, I would say we all here are a fisherman. And what we have to do, we have to catch fishes. And to catch fishes, we have to build our fish net. That fish net is our search strategy. And what we will do with the search strategy, it is just a couple of words which we put into databases and we get our papers. That search strategy building part, that is a talent in itself, that needs practice. So we will build a search strategy, which is our fishing net. We'll throw that into the pond, which will be our databases. There are many databases out there, PubMed, Cochrane, you can use Science Direct. Those are our ponds. And after building a search strategy, a fishing net, we will throw that fishing net. And idea behind a search strategy is to collect maximum amount of papers which are relevant to your skill, which are relevant to your particular research question. So after going to different databases, using our search strategy, we will collect different papers there, which will answer our research question. And now, after collecting all the papers we have from different databases, we can put those into many different softwares. The idea behind the first step after that, building a research question and having a search strategy ready and taking out all the papers, we have to remove the duplicates. For example, we will get the same paper from PubMed and we'll see the same paper in for example, Science Direct. So we have to remove those duplicates first. So it can be directly removed. We can use many softwares. What we would like to personally use is we use Ryan for that. We can directly transfer all the papers into Ryan software, which is an online software built in Qatar, I think. And what we can do here is we can remove the duplicates first, and we can directly move into the title and abstract screening phase. So what here I would like to add is, before doing the screening phase, moving to the second phase, screening, we have to develop and define our inclusion-exclusion criteria. And what inclusion-exclusion criteria are basically, these are criteria on the basis of which you will include your studies or you will exclude your studies, as simple as that. Now, if you want to define your inclusion-exclusion criteria, what I would recommend is, go out there and you look into many different systematic reviews and see how they are defining their system, their inclusion criteria. And based on that, you can define yours. After defining your inclusion exclusion criteria, we can develop a protocol here. We can. What a protocol basically is, it is a blueprint of whatever you are doing in your systematic review. Those can be directly submitted anywhere. For example, there's a site called Prospero. And how to develop a protocol? That you can directly go different sites. For example, the site called Prospero. You can go into Prospero. You can look for different protocols there. You can read as many as protocols you can, or you can go into many systematic reviews, and you can go into their methods section and read the protocols there and see how they have developed the protocols. And you can develop your own protocol, and that can be directly submitted on different websites out there. For example, Prospero, which I've already mentioned. So after completing the first phase, formatting a research question, developing research strategy, taking out papers, removing the duplicates, now we will move directly into screening phase. Now the idea in the screening phase is it is divided into two parts. Screening part. The first part will be title and abstract screening, and the second will be full text screening. In title and abstract screening, which you can directly do in Ryan after doing the duplicates. What the idea here is, we read the title, we read the abstract, and we see if the title or the abstract or both are answering our research question. As simple as that. We'll read title, we'll read the abstract of each paper we have, and we will see if they are answering our research question. If they are answering, we include those. If they are not answering, title or abstract, one should answer a research question. If they are not answering, we'll directly exclude those. And at this moment, at this first part, we have to be sensitive here. And we can move after that, we can move to the second part of the screening phase, that is full text screening. Now, in this full text screening, we have the basic thing is we will read the whole full text, and we have to be specific here. We will see if the full text is answering our research question. Is it making sense or not? Is it answering our research question? And on the basis of that, we can include or exclude it in the full text phase. After moving the full text phase, before moving the full text phase, maybe Dr. Kashyap would like to add on those particular two terms: being sensitive in the first phase and specific in the second phase.
Absolutely. So one thing I would like to say, when being sensitive in initial phase and being specific in later phase, is that initially when you are screening for the articles basis on looking at their abstract as well as their title, you want to include anything which you think may be could be part of your strategy. It means being sensitive, you're not leaving anything out, you're including everything else as well. When you move it to specific phase or second phase, when you're doing a little bit more thorough review, where you're going through a full text search and full text review, at the time you can actually take those out and exclude them if they don't have pertinent information for your inclusion exclusion criteria. So being sensitive gives you a wider net, as you mentioned, Rakhtan. I really like that term. And being specific, now you're going for the particular fish you want to get in as well. So being sensitive in the first phase and being specific in the second phase will give you desired result with very efficient manner.
Yeah, thank you. So we are done with the first part of the second phase, that is the screening phase. After screening, we will directly move to data extraction. Now, what idea behind data extraction is, we will extract the data which is relevant to our main study. And now here we have to have an idea what our manuscript will look like. And we have to move kind of backwards. We have to think backwards. What data we want to extract. The idea is to extract least amount of data possible here. Because you can extract many different things from a paper, but you have to have that vision, what you want to extract and what you want to present in your studies. On the basis of that, you can do a data extraction. Now, how a data extraction is done, you can directly do it on a spreadsheet. You can build a spreadsheet, you can build different columns, whatever data you want from whatever papers you have. Or what you can do is you can develop data extraction forms. Mainly we use data for data extraction, we use Excel sheets here. I would recommend using Excel sheets here. And after extracting the data, we can directly move into the quality appraisal phase. So in quality appraisal phase, what happens is we can also call it, it is also called critical appraisal phase, quality appraisal phase, critical tools, critical check. There are many different terms for it. So in quality appraisal phase, basic thing is whatever papers we have here, maybe they are analytical papers, cohort studies, case control, we have randomized control trials, or we can sometimes use case reports or case series also. We have to do here is we directly check the quality of papers. For example, for case reports or case series, we can use JBA checklist. JBA is a different checklist for randomized control trials, for observation studies, for case controls, for cohorts. We can use JBA checklist. Or what the gold standard for analytical studies is for cohort and case control, we can use the Newcastle Ottawa scale. That can be used for quality appraisal. We directly check the quality of papers in this step, and after checking the quality, we can build a table out of that. And again, for building a table, I would recommend going and checking the different systematic reviews out there and how they are representing their tables, how they are representing their quality appraisal out there. That is the basic idea. And after that, we will move into the last phase, that is the building and writing the manuscript. And I think Dr. Kashyap has already talked a lot about that particular phase, building a manuscript. And I think that's all I have for Dr. Kashyap.
Absolutely. And I think this is very important for viewers, Rakhtan, what you've done in here. You've given a pretty high level initiation points for how to do systematic review. Each point had its own steps. You developed these protocols and checklists, and we hope to bring you back again with the sum of showing and actually displaying what you have done in terms of search strategies and match terms and so on and so forth in future. But this was really, really important for our viewers to at least know, this is not a rocket science. It is science, but not a rocket science. It's a research science. And then there are steps which you have phased out here in phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So as a take-home point, Rakhtan, you want to provide like a summary point, 1, 2, or any top 3 points from your experience, and these what our reviewers should remember.
Oh, sure. I would like to add some points here. I would like to add 3 points here, basically. The first point will be the golden point here, is to read more systematic reviews. More systematic reviews you read, the better you will become at making systematic reviews. That is the main golden point here. Read more systematic reviews. The second point, which I would like to add, is you work on a research question first. That is an important part. The most important part is the research question. You have to see if your research question is making sense or not. If that is all answering the research gap which is out there. That is the second point. The third point which I would like to add here is third point will be of getting those people which are passionate about the project. That is very important to build a team which are passionate about their work and who will work tirelessly and who will just not passionate about this work. I think I would add only those 3 points.
Excellent summary, Rakhtan. You can probably unshare your screen now. So viewers, I hope you liked and enjoyed this brief talk from Mr. Rakhtan Qasba. We will hope to bring him back again. Thank you for your time, Rakhtan. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you get to hear about these videos, and write in comment section what you liked and what you like to get added for the next time, where we bring Mr. Rakhtan and other team members to talk about their experience and so on and so forth. Once again, thank you so much, Rakhtan. Shukriya. Shabakher.